Welcome to the Mean Green Show.
Every day, get down.
Welcome to the Mean Green Show.
Every day, get stronger.
Let's go. Welcome to the Mean Green Show.
Every day, get better.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Mean Green Show. It's your boy Chris.
It's your boy Jay. What's going on?
We got a lot to cover, right? We're still in the series, Is Your Scale Broke?
Yep.
Today, Jay, what are we talking about?
We talking about sleep.
Sleep.
Baby.
Sleep.
Sleep.
Sleep. Mind, body, spirit.
Yes, sir.
Sleep. I think we can touch mind, body. I think spirit is another whole podcast.
I think so.
But let's touch mind, body. I think the meat will be more on the body because we're in the fitness space.
Yep.
But the mind goes into our philosophy with Mean Green, believe, achieve, receive. So before we even step on the floor, it's a mental, something between those ears we got to talk about.
Absolutely.
I was thinking about this on the drive here, on the way here. One of my
Nice shoes, by the way. I'm calling you out today.
well, thank you. Well, thank you. Dang, you know how to. I don't know if I'm blushing or what, but I feel good about it. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it, dog.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. I forgot my train of thought.
This way.
What was I gonna say? Oh, talking about sleep.
Drive over here.
Drive over here. It's a rap artist I like by the name of Game, right?
Okay.
He has a lyric. I should pull it up because I'm good on butchering lyrics and poems and everything else. But he says something to the point of sleep is the cousin to death, so I keep my eyes wide open because something. I should look it up.
I'm not great with lyrics, but I know what you're talking about.
So, hold on, give me 5 seconds. There we go. They say sleep is the cousin of death, so I keep my eyes wide open because a dream is akin to your last breath.
Ooh.
Bars. Bars.
Bars, right?
What does that mean to you when you hear that?
If we're talking about rap culture,
Mhm.
don't sleep.
Don't sleep.
If you sleep, you're killing yourself, essentially, right?
Right.
You're letting your dreams slip away because you're not working hard enough.
Interesting. Right.
Right.
Since I have my phone open, what year did that come out? I'm curious. I'm not gonna go that far. I am. What year? Can you look that up? You can look up anything. What year did that come out? And the reason why I'm curious is because 2003? No way. 2006? He came out in 2006. So he came out in 2006, all right? So let's say he came out with that record in 2008. I was, 22, 23?
Mm-hmm.
Hearing that maybe a year or two before I started Mean Green. So for me growing up listening to that culture, the rap R&B culture, like that had an effect on me.
Straight up.
Because I thought that sleep was a sense of weakness. I thought sleep was something that people that won didn't do. And maybe that is the truth. And that's why we're here on this show today to talk about it. If I was 22, 23, you were
13,
12. So have you heard that song before?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember hearing that song or what era, middle school, high school? What was that like for you?
For me, I don't think it had very much of an impact just because that wasn't necessarily what I wasn't working in a job trying to build anything up at that point in time. I was in school.
You had the easy part of life, right?
I was easy parts.
Eat people food, don't pay for no air condition,
Nothing.
take free trips and everything else, right? But let's start with the mind. When it comes to sleep, the question that I have for everybody, comment down below because I'm curious to see what you guys think. Is sleep required? Like, is it important? Not required. Is sleep important? And why? Is it not important? And why? Jared, I start with that same question to you. For where you're at, the age, the career path you have, is sleep important to you mentally? And why?
All right. Full transparency to everybody watching and to you.
Keeping it real.
Keeping it real. The reason we brought this topic up even to begin with is because I know, and I think Chris is the same, it's something we struggle with. Right? Like I genuinely struggle getting enough sleep. It's a genuine struggle for me. One, because of work ethic, passion for the job, all of that kind of stuff. Two, because of what I decided to put on myself as far as work schedule.
Yeah.
So I do struggle to get a lot of sleep, but I do know it's very important.
100%.
Just last week, I told somebody, I was like, hey, I did a 4:15 class, and I took a nap that day.
4:15 in the evening.
3:45.
3:45. Okay.
3:45 class here. And I took a nap that day. I felt my energy in the class. I felt everything so much different from the class right before that, the 3:45 prior to that. The amount of energy I was able to give people. Typically, dealing with training, sometimes you have people that are low energy.
Yeah.
And you got to give them extra energy.
100%.
And sometimes I do feel that I'm always going to give my best energy, but sometimes I feel like if I'm not well rested, those people that are coming in that are dead, that don't have a lot of energy, sometimes it is hard for me to give them that extra that I need to give them when I don't have the extra to give.
How can you pour oil out if you don't have it yourself?
Yeah. So that's definitely it's very important. But I'm not going to sit here and say I have it down. Oh, y'all, I got 2.5 hours sleep last night.
Oh, really?
And here I am, right? So I know it's important. It's definitely something to talk about.
Dang,
and it's something
Jake.
that needs to be figured out.
2.5? I think I got 6. It was my fault. I didn't have to wake up necessarily early to be somewhere.
Yeah.
I started watching Doctor Strange at like 11 o'clock at night. And it's kind of a dark movie.
Yeah.
It's kind of dark, bro. Like, it's like they tried to mix. I'm not going to tell you how the movie.
There's a lot going on.
They tried to mix like a scary movie. Like, it was. Oh.
Yeah.
So, when I thought the movie was coming to an end, I noticed it was 40 minutes left and it was almost 2 o'clock. This is the bad thing. Tina was still up and the twins. Yes.
Oh, wow.
I looked up. They on the PlayStation. Eyes just red. But, yeah, anywho, yeah, that's I don't want to say impressive, but dang, 2.5 hours sleep.
Yeah, and I'll definitely tell people it's nothing I'm proud of.
Yeah.
It's just me right now. Like,
Yeah.
I know I had to, I got 5:30 boot camp in the morning.
Yeah.
So I kind of stayed up working on some stuff, transitioned into, watching a movie.
Yeah. You know what? It's cool for you to say that because I think when we talk about this subject title, is your scale broke?
Yeah.
I hope people don't look at us and say, oh, Chris and Jared just got it figured out. They wear green shirts every time they're on the podcast and they got it. And the truth is that we don't have it. And we're just intrigued and growing and getting better at it. So, Jared, you just mentioned sleep. When you have the appropriate amount of sleep or recovery, you pour out more energy. You're better, Jared. What do you think is something, and I'm putting them on the spot a little bit, guys, because we definitely didn't script this, I promise. What could you do starting today to give you more sleep?
I think one of the things we talked about in a previous podcast is just making sure I mean, not necessarily set a schedule out to like precisely to follow throughout the day.
Yeah.
But I do need to be much more productive with what I need to get done during my daytime hours. So obviously we don't work in an office where I got to sit down and type on a computer, and I have to work from 6 to 6 to get all my work done. I have all day, right? So sometimes I kind of not necessarily drag it out, but sometimes work builds up to where I'm actually once I finish boot camp at 7:30, PT at 9, whatever it is, when I get home I still have stuff to do.
That's true.
So the way I can starting today, just get everything done before 9, and then when I get home I can
just chill.
Yeah.
What do you think? And please, I want comments. I want to see what they think about this.
Yeah, absolutely.
As someone that has a career where you create your schedule, the amount of content you want to cover, the amount of work hours you want to implement, do y'all believe it's okay to go beyond what you were supposed to do? So if Jared had 3 social media posts he wanted to post a day and say he got it done by 9 o'clock, do you think he should stop even though he wants to keep going? Like, do you think we should stop when we say we completed what we wanted to complete that day? Because that's my problem.
Yeah.
I completed. I just won't stop.
Yeah. That's what it is.
I'm curious what they think.
When new ideas pop up, even if you've done what you had to do, or when somebody new somebody to follow up with text, like it's
what? And then it get exciting. You call, so Jared called me, I call Jared. Then we talk an extra hour. And then that hour, we probably could have done something else. Then it's like, oh, crap, you know. But
They got to do it.
at the end of the day, it's excitement, it's growth. And I don't want anybody to feel that you're a bad person because you are intrigued with growing.
Yeah.
We just got to figure out where we can put sleep in because we got to be the better Jared, the better Chris. Personally, what's the term? Hangry?
Mm-hmm.
That's me.
When you're hungry.
What? When you're hungry, what is it? When you're hungry and you're mad at the same time,
Yeah.
creates that. I'm like that when I don't get enough sleep. But it's not the next day. It's weeks. Like the Beast Mode games time. What is it? Hangry? Hangry?
I think it's
slangry?
groggy.
They already got a
Groggy.
term?
Yeah, groggy when you don't
Okay.
get a lot of sleep.
I'm about to make something slangry.
Slangry.
What the heck is slangry? I'm glad Jason didn't hear that. He gonna walk in here and be like, slangy. But Jason is here, so if he pop in, y'all be ready. But mine's is not the next day. It's typically 3 weeks, 4 weeks into a project or something where I don't get enough sleep. And I don't snap in class. I don't snap in church. Typically, I was snap sometimes. Dang. Sometimes snap on my household, to be honest. You know, the green beans are the green beans. Like, they fight, they fight, and they fight some more, and then they fight again, right? And it doesn't bother me. Like, but then when I'm in that time, or when that time season that I'm slangering, I just, won't y'all stop? And they look at me and they just start crying because they don't hear Daddy really yell.
Yeah.
And it's like, it had nothing to do with them fighting because they fight all the time. I just didn't get enough sleep. I wasn't the better Chris.
Yeah.
And I think I'm trying to put that out there for you guys to acknowledge what Jared and I are saying. Like, there's some things we can probably do a little better to get a little bit more sleep, but we don't have it figured out.
Yeah, I don't have it figured out yet.
I don't have it figured out.
I talk about it every day. Every day I go home, I gotta sleep more.
I gotta sleep more.
Because when I walked away from that class, it made me feel some kind of way.
Yeah.
Like, dang.
Because you want to be
Like,
great.
this was one of my best me's,
Mm.
and I know that this is what I can give to every class if I sleep enough.
So should we sleep and compromise?
That's the hard part.
That's the hard part.
That's the hard part.
Another question. I'm reading all y'all comments, by the way. Do we sleep and compromise? If I had to compromise on something, what would I want to compromise on? That's tough. I think the thing I have compromised on when I'm good dad or good husband,
Yeah.
good son, my workouts. So y'all not alone.
Yeah, at all.
Y'all not alone. Y'all, again, our goal is to empower and encourage you when we see you at boot camp or at the gym. So when we haven't seen you for a couple days or a week, it's like, hey, it's your health. It's important. You got goals. But we do the same exact thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes mine's is not that I'm procrastinating because I don't want to work out. It's just I didn't sleep enough.
I've run into that a couple times.
Mm.
Because, I mean, we preach it, right?
Yeah.
You got to get enough sleep, otherwise your body will start breaking down.
Mhm.
So that always sits in the back of my head. And I know how hard I want to work out when I work out.
Mhm.
So it's like, am I going to waste the workout?
Yeah.
Or am I going to get better and get some sleep?
Yeah, 100%.
And that's kind of,
That's the tough part.
I'll tell myself, there have been times where I didn't work out. And
Yeah.
I said, this is your fault.
Yeah.
You know, you're not getting a good workout in. You don't get to work out because you're not well rested and you might hurt yourself.
Yep.
So get some sleep. So, like, it's certain things I got to tell myself. I got to talk to myself. And I'm still trying to figure it out.
I'm glad I'm not the only person that just admitted that they talk to themselves. See, y'all should talk to yourselves more. Y'all should. Because, I mean, the same thing when you said that, I do the same thing. I'm not tired. Sleep later. Grind now. Right? You
Yeah.
know, and it's interesting to say that out loud as I hear that through our headphones. But let's call a spade what a spade is, man. Chris just needs to do better.
Yeah.
Because there are moments in my day that I could be more aggressive to what I want to complete, but I'm a butterfly sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a butterfly. Like, for me, Instagram is to post content to empower the community.
Yeah.
Period. But sometimes Instagram gets me and I get to start strolling, and then instead of me taking 15 minutes of content, it may have taken me 45 minutes because I got caught into reading or watching and everything else, but
Exactly.
that's where I can get better. You know, if that 45-minute nap I could have took instead of social media, it gave me the energy that I needed and then gave me the opportunity to sleep at night, boom, I'm a better Chris. So if I was to declare to you guys
There it is.
something that I'm going to get better at, I don't really float too much on social media. I think mine's is I look at other people's models and then I want to implement in ours, and I start researching and reading and watching videos of what they're doing. So it's not that I stroll. I might see, I'm making something up when I say this. No, I'm not going to make something up. I'm going to give you an exact example. Supplements.
Mm-hmm.
I can be driving down the freeway and I can say, oh, we need to put a supplement order in. And then I will go and say, man, what's the best way of doing orders for gyms? And then I start looking at other people's gyms and seeing what they do on their website. Are they taking orders on their website? Are they doing email, newsletters? Are they doing text message blasts? Like, are they doing sign-up sheets at the gym? So that research just took me an extra hour out of my day. But truth of the matter is just, if we already getting orders, just keep it simple, stupid,
Yeah,
right?
keep it
Like,
simple, stupid.
why did I take that extra hour out my day? And I may or may not even use that system.
Exactly.
I just wanted to know. So, again, the curious cat on that one is one thing that I can get better, is stop being so curious on things that I'm not going to even make a decision on at that moment. I can do that. Powder chalk.
Did that the other day too.
You did?
Huh?
I was going to say powder chalk or liquid chalk.
We use liquid chalk.
Boom, simple. But I want to go and see. I'm Googling if liquid chalk get on the floors, how hard is it to get up? Do people like liquid chalk? How long does it take for the liquid chalk to dry up on the hand? Like, why? Keep it simple, stupid. All right.
That's no problem.
That's what I'm getting better at, bro. Right there.
I need. So here, another honest moment.
Let's get it.
I think for me, dang, it all kind of ties back into our old podcast. It's all just coming full circle. I'm not comfortable taking a nap because what it took to get me here was
Hard work.
the grind, the hard work, the not sleeping, the sleeping in the gym for 4 hours, waking up, doing class.
I really told him once, stop, dog, don't sleep at the gym. Remember that? You can't.
I remember.
No, go home. Don't. But I've done it. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
But I'm just saying, like, that's it. It worked.
Yeah.
Right? It got me to a point of success that I was trying to reach. So to basically to tell myself now you need to sleep a little bit, like, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard for me. It's uncomfortable to say that something that got you here you need to change.
Yeah.
Like, it's uncomfortable, but it's also reality.
Yeah.
Like, you can't sustain. I'll be the first one to tell you, 2.5 hours of sleep. If one of my clients told me that in class, I'd say that was horrible.
Yeah.
Like,
Low-key upset about it.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to sustain that. So it's not something I'm proud of for myself. So it wouldn't be anything I'd be proud of for a client. And for me, like, it just takes some soul searching and some digging.
Absolutely.
And I know that I'm just uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
So I have to figure out how to be more comfortable in this position and tell myself it's okay. It's okay to sleep. It's okay. Yeah. And it's hard just because, like you said, even when you're done, are you done?
Yeah. Yeah. Because so I think it's important that we can utilize COVID. There were a lot of moves that took place. Mm-hmm. I don't know who worked for what company that had to go in every single day to the office. When COVID hit and we had the shutdown, there were a lot of brands that recognized we don't actually need y'all in the office. Y'all actually probably do a better job at home, and we can actually save something on this rent. So a lot of pivot moves took place. Yeah. I think when I heard, it's so easy to help somebody when you hear them, but when it's you, sometimes it's just difficult. Yeah. So I'm going to use Jared's story, and maybe this inspires him to look at something differently, right? Because y'all probably coaching Jared and I, y'all should do this, and with y'all schedule, and this is why iron sharpens iron. Yeah. So this is the thing that I heard, Jay, when you said that there were a lot of pivot moves that took place at COVID, and growth took place. Yeah. The gym, right? Instead of just random people all over the place at the gym, we pick your spot model now. It's more organized, and equipment is distributed even better. when I heard your story, when you said that, what would be the pivot move for you as you continue to grow in this journey? Because the more you grow, you own 3-4 gyms, right? You're doing online programming, and you're an influencer, and you're doing speaking, and now you got a family in your household. Like, you sleeping 2.5 hours now, you can't sleep 30 minutes. So what's going to be the pivot move? So it's not for Jared to answer that question now. It's for all of us to get that perspective. I hope I'm not alone when I say I'm the only person that want to grow from where I'm at right now. Whether it's Jared sitting next to me or you on the other side of the end listening and watching it, we all want to grow somewhere. Yeah. But if we're going to grow, we can't decrease the sleep. So we have to figure that out. Yeah. So, again, it's not for us to answer now, Jay, but that is kind of a fruitful thought. If we're going to grow, we got to grow strategically on how we're going to allow our body to rest, because without enough sleep, I call this sleep hangry. What I call it? Sleep angry? Slang angry? Whatever it was. Whatever that term was, right? The truth to the matter is that with not the appropriate amount of sleep, depression kicks in, right? For some, right? Without enough sleep, anxiety creeps in. Like, there are so many things that take place mentally if we don't get enough rest.
Yeah, mentally and physically.
Yeah.
Being on a football team, I was able to see a lot of people that partied. Yeah. Those partiers a lot of the time stayed up late at night. And when we played games, practices, man, they were injury prone. Whether that be, and typically a soft tissue injury. So if you're pulling a hamstring or pulling a bicep or tweaking an ankle, it's usually always some kind of soft tissue where your body's just, if it's not able to recover, it starts to break down without you really even knowing it. Yep. So
I think that's a perfect segue. Instead of mental, let's go to the physical, the body. Yeah. Because y'all just heard it from a guy that, first of all, man, great job on your social media.
Oh, well, thanks, sir.
I'm so proud and impressed at the same time. And if y'all don't follow Jared MGT
yes, sir,
on Instagram, I mean, your posts that are so transparent about your journey and how to not just open up a body, but how you recover from it, right? So I think hearing this man say what he's saying right now, I think everybody need to get to the edge of their seat and turn the volume up a little bit louder, because it's so true. The journey of sleep with your body is so freaking important, right? You can almost look at the greatest athletes that we celebrate in football, basketball, baseball, whatever sport you like, is the ones that had a long journey within that career, right? You look at the LeBron and Kobe's, they're playing 20 years. How many of you guys know who Penny Hardaway is, right? Yeah. Penny probably could have been even better, if not just as good, right? One or the other, but he only played maybe 6-7 years because of injuries. Now, things happen. Yeah. You know, God has his own ways, right? But some injuries take place because the body's not taken care of. Exactly. And one of the main ways to take care of your body is to sleep.
Easy.
All right, this might be for everybody that work out or athletes or know someone with athletes. Uh-oh. Let's hit them for a couple minutes. Jared, from surgery, do you remember out of the times you had surgery, what was like the first thing you did when you got home, out of curiosity?
I slept. It's easy.
Have you ever
it's also because of the pain meds, but sleep.
Right.
Sleep.
You ever got sick before?
Yeah.
What did you do?
The body needs to sleep.
Sleep. Like, why? It's like the body is created for it to heal itself, especially with the proper nutrition, right? Mm-hmm. But sometimes we don't allow our body to heal itself because we don't sleep. Yeah. So for everybody that works out, especially at Mean Green or even on your own, I really want to push you to a perspective on why sleep needs to take place. And I'm going to use Jared as an example. Jared, all right? One of the first things I always ask when someone wants to lose weight is, what's your sleep schedule? Yeah. How much do you sleep? Why is that important?
The body always has to re-regulate itself, and it only re-regulates itself whenever you reach a certain point of sleep. Mm. So I know we talked about deep sleep here. Yep. So if you never reach that deep sleep, your hormone levels never get back to where they need to go. Getting real scientific on y'all. Like, if you have any, and this is stepping away a little bit away from the weight loss part, but if you have any infections, if you have things like that, the reason you need to sleep is because like your white blood cells only activate to a certain amount when you are like in REM sleep. So if you never reach that sleep, those white blood cells never activate to be able to fight off infections, to be able to do stuff like that. So that's kind of the deeper side of it. But going back to just simply weight loss, again, hormone levels is going to be the top one for me.
100%. Have you ever seen we all know that the highlight of everybody's life is on social media. That's what they post. They don't post what's boring. I learned this from a trainer, an influencer that I follow. He said, I only post my bad food because if I post my good food, nobody wouldn't follow me. So he always posts like big hamburgers and stuff like that, and people basically go in because he's in the fitness space, and he's doing that on purpose to gain more traction, right? So the same thing happens with those that you guys follow on social media, or bodybuilders, or the J.J. Watts of the world. Like, have you ever read how much sleep J.J. Watt gets on a daily basis? What was it, Michael Phelps? The amount of sleep. I think they said J.J. Watt, I think he said he goes to sleep every night like around 8 or 9 o'clock. But to be that massive, to be that explosive, to be that fast, and to be able to take the amount of hits on not just your muscle groups, like your joints. It has to basically support every hit, every impact for him to recover for every Sunday.
Properly, yeah.
Oh, man, you got to recover. So taking BCAAs is not always the end result that gets you there. It's sleep.
Yeah.
So what would you say? I'm curious what he's going to say with this. Let's go Avatar. If there's no perfect answer to this, I just want to see what Jared's going to say. Is it better for a woman that's 5'5" that wants to lose 30 pounds? Is it better for her to work out 7 days a week with 4 hours of sleep? Or the same lady, 5'5", that wants to lose 30 pounds, but she works out 3 times a week with 7 to 8 hours of sleep?
Definitely 3 times with 7 to 8.
Isn't that crazy? I think we just blew somebody's mind. Do not downgrade y'all gym membership or boot camp membership. Why? And then we can wrap it up, bro. But why would you say that?
It's all about recovery.
Yeah.
You can, first of all, you can go harder in your workouts. So you can get a lot more out of your workouts. Now we're talking about in the gym. She has to be in the gym 3 times a week, which is fine.
Because it's different.
I would have her be active on the other days, but either way, aside from just being in the gym, the sleep and recovery is, I think the recovery part of working out is a whole lot more important than we put than we put importance on, right?
Yeah.
So if all you care about is, I'm getting this gym 7 days a week, I'm gonna stay up, I'm gonna go out, whatever your plans are,
right,
and you're only getting 4 hours of sleep, by the time you're up and ready for that next workout, like I've known people to work out, be out till 11, wake up, work out again at 9. Like, your body has not recovered. Like, you haven't recovered. You're not gonna get the most out of that workout. You might be overly tearing down muscles, at which point you're not getting the results that you need. So,
because I mean, that's the delay potentially, right? Is not enough rest recovery. So I think it sounds maybe odd to people to hear that when you work out a muscle group, they actually, like, your muscle groups break. They tear, like little bitty tears, right? But they replenish based upon the amount of protein and recovery, that combination together. So just imagine getting all those little breaks and tears, but you never let it rest and recover. And then you do that for a couple of weeks, and then one day you happen to try to sprint with a 100-meter, and then, my hamstring. It probably wasn't that your hamstring was in bad shape. It never got to recover. It never got to replenish. So we're not going into the nutrition component today, but the rest component, man, again, I struggle with it too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Now, I think I struggle more from the mental part than the physical part, because your boy Chris has been listening to his body more so. And I think the blessing with, not just because so many blessings come from my boys, but when they went to school, I did change my sleep pattern. My sleep patterns definitely got better. Besides beast mode games, I just would never. But the 6 to 8 hours that I do strive for with my back, and I keep bringing this up because the back has been my biggest challenge. It hasn't been the weight loss or muscle gain. It's been my back. Without the amount of sleep that I need, oh man, it just stays stiff. It's like my body protects itself, right? That in the anatomy of the body, when something spasms, sometimes it's not because your hamstring or hip hurt. It wants to protect, so it locks up. But it doesn't release until you get to a complete recovery, to rest. But if I never rest, it stays locked up. So I'm hoping, Jared, that people just kind of paint that picture in their head. Like, man, if I go to Mean Green every day and I'm doing boot camps, I'm doing PTs, I'm doing the gym every single day, but I'm trying to go out every night. I'm trying to go to, I don't know, Netflix and chill every night. Like, at some point, just to be real, at some point, your body's going to break down. So I just want you guys to pick your battle correctly.
I completely agree. I'm glad you brought that up because my body, sometimes your body's going to yell at you, like straight up. And his did, mine does. Like, obviously, I have, my knee going on. Like, my knee's strong. The side of my body's good, but I do hit those points in time where I'm not sleeping enough. And let's say I do like today. Let's say I do today's workout, don't get enough sleep. Do tomorrow's workout, don't get enough sleep. By Wednesday, my back is aching. Like I'm restless in the legs. Like my body's telling me get some sleep. So I've had that before where I just had to sleep.
Gotta sleep.
Listen.
Let's leave them with this. This is gonna be good. How do I'm gonna ask you the question because you kind of already said it, but let's say it again. How do your body tell you need to sleep after a workout?
After a workout?
Yeah.
I mean, personally?
Yeah, I'm thinking of Murph.
wait.
That was funny. You don't remember the Murph?
When I started cramping?
Let me tell them the story.
Okay.
So the Murph, right? 1 mile, 300.
Oh, I left right.
300. What is it? You got 300 squats, 200. Was it push-ups, 100 pull-ups? If I'm saying it correctly, with a mile to finish. So Jared, not only did he do it, but he went in the sun and did. He led a boot camp in the heat, and boot camp came here and he kind of did the Murph on his own, right? RoboCop, right? So he finishes, right? Everybody's like on the ground, like, all right, get up. They recover, hanging out. We're doing crawfish. Jared was like, hey, bro, I'll be back. I was like, where you going? I'm going to come home. I'm going to go shower and come right back. I'm like, shower and come back? So when he left, I think it was Faye. I told somebody, I was like, he going to hit that AC. And I don't even know if he actually did this, but I was like, he going to hit the AC. He not going to take a shower. He going to lay on the floor, on the carpet, or on the towel. He going to take a 45-minute nap. Then he's going to get in the shower and then get in the bed. So what actually happened is the question.
Oh, I went home and I took a shower.
So you didn't lay on the floor first?
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't. Yeah. I took a shower, but as I took a shower and the warm water hit me, I was...
It's a wrap. He did not come back, by the way. That's the moral of the story. He didn't come back. Right.
No, my body told me.
His body told him.
You're not going.
Like,
and I'm not listening.
Like your butt going to sleep. Like it's not going nowhere. It's going to sleep. And this is the truth. And then let's finish with this, Jared. Some of us get that same signal, but you keep going.
Yeah.
Like, what happened if you would have came right back and you didn't take that nap? And then the next day you tried to do something else, or you went out that night or whatever. Because the thing is, like, Saturday, Sunday transitions are tough for people, right? Because sometimes you want to go out and you hang out to 2, 3 in the morning, but then you want to go to church in the morning. You're getting up at 7, 8, 9 in the morning.
Yeah.
So you're not sleeping there. Then it's Sunday fun day. And then after Sunday fun day, guess what time it is? Monday morning.
Yep.
So now you're starting that vicious cycle again. So I think when your body tells you that you need to sleep, man, it's okay. Sleep.
Gotta listen.
Gotta listen. And I know what Nas said. I know what the game said. I know all the lyrics that we may have listened to, man. But part of that is selling. You know, what Jay-Z say? He keep his eye open like CBS. Y'all get that? The logo of CBS. But I don't see Jay-Z sleeping 3 hours a night right now.
No.
I don't see him sleeping 4 hours a night. I could be wrong.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, you read some of them dudes' books, they be like, "Oh yeah, I get 4 hours a night, I'm good." But how good are you? Like, really? And
I can do it for a season.
It's the culture. Yeah, yes.
I can do it for a season.
Yeah.
I can do it for a season. I couldn't do that for 40 years. And shout out to my dad. He did it. I don't know how, but is that healthy? Because even to this day, my dad, I mean, he's 70, but he'll come in the gym. He can be on this podcast show right now, and then you'll be talking to him, he'll just go to sleep. You know what I mean? Some of that might have to do with nutrition and the things that you eat, but is his body recovering? You know, I don't know. You know, he worked 12-hour, 16-hour shifts for 40 years.
Yeah.
You know, it was days where he got off a 16-hour instead of going home like Jared did. He sometimes do what we do and went to Chris's basketball game. And then after the basketball game, he cooked for the family and hung out with the family. Now it's 10, 11 o'clock, and he has to be up at 2 in the morning.
Ooh.
So, I mean, I think for us, for me, for Jared, for you, if we are in that cycle, some of us, we have to do that.
Yeah.
Truth be told.
Have to.
Some of us, we have to do that. The goal is how can we pivot to get better? But, Jared, if God blessed you with a son or a daughter, do you want them to do the same thing you've done?
Not if they don't have to.
Right. We want to help the next generation. So, even if you can't do it, bro or sis, I get it. I truly get it. You're still planting seeds. But at least have the mind frame and the opportunity to look for a perspective to change that. And I think that's the importance of sleep.
Absolutely. I'm the same with you. I get it. But much like I am, I would say the goal is to try to figure out how you can sleep and continue to do what you're doing and continue to be successful.
Because that's sustainable.
Yeah.
All right. I'm with it. So we got sleep. If we learn, do you think an hour extra is a big deal? Like if somebody say, man, I'm sleeping 5 hours, I might can do 6, but man, if I can't get to 8, I might as well not do it. Do you think that hour is worth it?
Absolutely.
So it don't have to be, hey, I'm sleeping 5 hours now, I'm going to 8. Man, add an extra 30 minutes.
I was about to say start 30 minutes at a time.
Yeah, man. Or even a day. You know what I mean? Like, you got to go, bro. Transparency moment. I told Jared once about his Friday schedule.
Yeah.
Right? Truth be told. I was like, man, I remember being in your shoes, and it got to a point, I think it was my 3rd or 4th year. A little later than I probably should have, but I didn't get to my 3rd or 4th year. I got to a point where I was like, I'm going to use this day where I'm going to train, but it's going to be my recovery day. So sometimes it's not sleeping an extra hour or 2 hour every day, but sometimes maybe a day of the week where you can sleep in or go to sleep earlier. So I don't know, man. We can talk about this forever, but it's important.
Yeah.
And you're not alone.
I would just say that is probably the best piece of advice I got in this transition, just because Monday 2 hours, whatever it is, whatever my schedule has been. Yes, that will be my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but then that Thursday night, I'm sleeping. I'm not waking up tomorrow.
That's tough. That's tough.
But is that fair from Sunday through Thursday?
Yeah.
Or Sunday through Wednesday as far as sleep's concerned.
Yeah. Sure. That's real.
Just trying to figure that out. I'm
putting that out there for my boy JG, man. He don't have to wait to get to my age to get 6 to 8 hours of sleep. This is gonna happen. I'm gonna call it 2022, 23 in that era, where you're able to have your grind moments, have your seasons where you have to produce a production. I get it, but that's not gonna be the cycle of his life. Not at all. Not at all. All right, you got any closing remarks?
No, man. I really hope y'all took something away from today's podcast. I hope you understand throughout this entire podcast that even though we are talking through some of this stuff, it's still some stuff that we're trying to figure. I knew today's session was going to be like a you talking to me therapy kind of moment.
Really?
I just know I don't have it down. This is going to be a vulnerable, transparent one for me. So I appreciate everything you said. Your comments. I know I'm going to get some comment sections from there, so I appreciate everything that you guys said.
Absolutely.
And I hope we all took something away from this one. Yeah,
absolutely. And 100% agree with Jay. We appreciate your comments, your shares, the conversations that we get to talk to you guys in passing or in the DMs. But for sleep, guys, just remember we are programmed with some stuff, but just because we've seen it, we witness it with our loved ones, it doesn't mean that we have to do it. And if you can make that pivot move to create a better sleep pattern, do it. It's worth it, man. And that's all I have for this week's church announcements. Cool.
That's it. We appreciate y'all, man.
Y'all take care. Love y'all.